a faffing around video on the vegan chocolate mousse that I made. Well, it happens to be vegan. It wasn't planned to be vegan. It just happens to be vegan, and it was basically chocolate and water and melted together, and then as it cooled, whipped up with the hand mixer, and it forms mousse because the air is trapped by the cooling chocolate, and the water kind of makes it so it's not hard. I was thinking, I have a few ideas of what we can do with it, but one of my other ideas was to make the mousse and then fold in some cornflakes, and then see if we can make like a Rice Krispie type of bun stroke log, because I'm going to set it in this, and they're just some cheap cornflakes that I've got around just from the supermarket. They're just the basic ones. They're not anything special. They're not particularly sweet either, which I think is a good thing. So that's kind of quite interesting. So basic premise is there is 100 grams of water in there, and we're doing 100 grams of chocolate. I'm going to melt these together. I've been faffing around with something else, so the bowl's dirty, but not dirty, it's just had chocolate in it. I'm just not a fan of washing up. Well, it's alright, but it's just, if I'm faffing around with things, I just seem to spend all my time washing up and drying up and putting things away, and I think it's only had a bit of chocolate in the bowl, so we might as well use it again. So I think there'll be enough heat in that we don't need to. There's always a danger. The more you heat this up, the longer time it's going to take to cool. So I think we can turn that off. We can take that out, and there'll be enough residual heat in the water and the bowl to melt the chocolate. It goes a bit grainy and doesn't look particularly aesthetically pleasing, but we'll give it a mix with the mixer, and it'll all come together kind of quite nicely. And we'll transfer it to another bowl, and then that's what we'll make the mousse in. Over some ice as well, I think, which I haven't got the ice out. Might need to pause the video. I will need to pause the video. You don't need to hear me clashing around in the freezer. So it doesn't want, as you can see around the side of the bowl, it wants to go all grainy like that, but that's fine. We just need to be a little bit patient, and we'll get the mixer in there, and it'll all come together. And it's only a bit of fun. I'm just curious. And once again, as long as your cornflakes are vegan cornflakes, or what you choose to put in them, I'm sure there'll be vegan cornflakes out there. How would cornflakes not be vegan? Essentially, they are just smashed up wheat with a bit of sugar. So, but I don't know. So, will that? What's the temperature like? Good. Mixes on. Good. Just see if we can get that blended so it's a bit smoother. How's that looking? Oops. Yeah, that's smooth enough. Right, what we'll do is I'll pause the video, we'll get some ice out of the freezer, we'll move this into a different bowl, and then we'll whip it up into the mousse, and then we'll combine it with the cornflakes. Right, so the melted chocolate and water is in the bowl, and the bowl is in another bowl which has got water and ice in it. Water and ice cools things down quicker than just ice, because there's more contact with the bowl. The water is a conductor for the ice, so it all cools down things just that little bit easier. So start slow, and then we're going to mix, and it'll form the mousse. You'll see it'll thicken up. Hopefully it won't take too long. It takes 5-10 minutes, something like that, but we'll see how we go. happening kind of quite quickly, and you can see that it's thickening up like that, which is what we want. We don't want it to go too solid too quickly. Well, no, that's the wrong thing to say. We don't want it to go too solid, because then we won't be able to fold the cornflakes into it. So we'll just give it a little bit more, and then we'll set it in the fridge. And I think the normal ratio when you're making like cornflake buns is it's half the amount of cornflakes to chocolate mixture. I've probably got too much chocolate mixture for that. I think it will probably just need half the chocolate mixture for the 50 grams worth of cornflakes, but we'll see how we go. Right, that's about as far as I want to take it. So that out of there, ice water to the side, and we just need another bowl to off my hands. One bowl left. So we will combine. I need half this amount, so we'll kind of, I always kind of think of doing things by half, so you kind of go, that's about half. So that, a little bit grainy, but it's just an experiment. So that's half of that. We'll do something else with that, and then the cornflakes, and then just like your childhood, combine maybe a bit more chocolate. Yeah, I think all that chocolate, or another. Might take it all. I don't want to kind of, yeah, all that chocolate. And if we've got a bit too much in the container, that's fine. I just want to, I'm just faffing, and I might as well video it, because it'll probably turn out alright. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You'll see the video anyway. We just need to be quick, because the chocolate's starting to set. Like that. So, that looks like alright, doesn't it? That looks okay. So all the cornflakes are coated, and then into the container. It's just useful, these margarine containers, just to kind of like have around the kitchen. Really good for freezing things, because they come with a lid, and you know that they're 500 grams or a kilogram. So you know that whatever you put in it, as long as it's to the top, it's about 500 grams. Probably could do with more chocolate mousse. Yeah, probably could do with a lot more chocolate mousse. But we'll kind of see. Or maybe it's just setting up a bit too much. Anyway, it's just an experiment. Just a bit of faffing around. So press it down. Maybe pressing down was the key. Get it a bit more compact. We'll see how we go. But the mousse is starting to set, which is not kind of ideal. But anyway, it's not going to be like a. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I think there'll be gaps in between the instead of the cornflakes, which I didn't want. I wanted like a proper set tureen type of thing. But anyway, that's that. Messy fingers. So we'll see. We'll put that in the fridge. We'll let it set. We'll see how it turns out. Might need to adjust the recipe. Might need to make it again. But it's only a bit of fun. Right. Let's have a look at it. It's set up. I don't know what it's going to look like when we cut into it. We'll just have to kind of see. I think it might be a bit soft because the moisture from the mousse. See that particularly well. The moisture from the mousse will have soaked into the cornflakes, so it won't be like a crispy cornflake bun type of thing. But we've got some water, some warm water, which will just melt the outside of the chocolate, and then we can just pop it out of the container pretty easy onto the plate, like that. Alright, so that needs more chocolate. That needs more chocolate for a start. But let's just cut into it, and it doesn't want to cut particularly well, it just wants to smash through, which is not what I wanted. So, definitely needs more chocolate. And it's a bit soggy. So, do what I... No, it's just a bit soggy. Do we have another go? No. It's too soggy. It's nice. It's just too soggy. Sorry, I'm talking my mouthful. Yeah, so it's basically like having cornflakes, cold cornflakes in chocolate milk, which kind of quite solidified. It's nice because it's cornflakes and it's chocolate, but it's not going to do what I want it to do. I've got a sharper knife. We'll cut through it. I mean, I did just try to smash through it. If I can cut through it and it looks okay, that might be something different. So, what's that look like? That's okay, isn't it? Well, it looks okay, but just not. It's answered another question that I was gonna play around with. But as you can see, so it's okay. It's okay. It's just, can I use that knife? It's just a bit soft, and it's soggy. So it's not like an alternative to the traditional recipe of a cornflake bun type of thing. It's nice, but just a bit soggy, cornflakey. I don't know. I'd eat it, but it's chocolate. I don't think anyone would kind of... Yeah, because you want the crisp of the cornflake. Now let's write that one off. I don't think having another go with the putting more of the chocolate mousse in would make a difference, unfortunately. So it's kind of it's not gonna, well, it was an experiment, but it's kind of answered a question. Yeah, there's no such thing as failure. Well, as long as if you stop trying, then you kind of fail. But it just leads us somewhere else, just failure. So, and it doesn't lead down this road. But it's answered another question that I was going to ask. So, but anyway, maybe I'll have a look at it sometime in the future, and maybe we'll have another go at making it and using more chocolate, so it's a little bit more compact. I don't know. We'll leave it there. I don't know if there's anything more I've got to say about it, but I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat some more. Probably put most of it in the bin, actually. It's too much chocolate to eat, and cornflakes and things. It's just a bit soggy. It's just not entirely what I want. But anyway, didn't work. Does it matter? Not really.